What's up, champions? It's Lime in Africa here once again, and I'm here to educate you. I'm here to discuss some important things about the society, and right now, today, we want to discuss about sex. It's sex. When I say sex, what comes into your mind? I want to say it over and over again so that anyone who's watching there, you can be used to saying the word sex. Every day you wake up, every day you go to sleep, every time you breathe, get used to the word sex. So I've just said I'm live in Africa, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share and like and do everything in your power to support us, because we're going to educate you over and over and over again. I'm chilling down here with my boy, and you know him, Shizi Shankil. He's been doing some nice content. Please go to his channel, Shizi, and please like everything there, because it's posting some good content about love, lust, and money that is educatable, and that is so inspiring. We were in some episode with him the past few weeks, and it's been something that is a header to watch. I'm again here with this beautiful young lady of mine here. She's called Faye, and we've known each other today actually, but she can maybe tell you what she does, and maybe where you can. Don't tell us. Don't tell them your social media. Yeah, they should not be finding you. Yeah.
So. Hi guys, it's your girl Faye, and I'm here today with the lineman. Yeah, stay tuned.
Thank you. And there's my nigga there. He's been lost. We're shooting this content actually in Awendo, Migori County, but the nigga has been in Nairobi for like the past 2 years. So maybe he can tell us what he's been up to all these years, because of late I've just been seeing him with politicians and
balling.
Yeah, balling. He's a baller.
Hi guys, Morris Rogers.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do, Morris Rogers? What do you do?
Morris Rogers, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a content creator.
Okay. So guys, guys, the champions. We're here with Morris Rogers and another big content creator. He was creating content back when we were in high school, and he's been legit, and he's been over with the whole content thing. He's even like created some drama. You can watch it in his channel. But before you do that, let's go back to sex. There's one thing that I know about sex. I want to like state it right here clearly for you guys to know, to hear, and maybe to digest it, that sex is beautiful, sex is amazing, and sex is something that was created by God. So for us discussing about it, we're not doing something wrong. We want people out there to know what it really entails, and we can't discuss, or we can't talk about it enough. We'll take hours and days and weeks. We just want to focus on the little things I know, and the little things he knows or she knows, that can make us or compel us to know at least a little bit of sex. So for my first question,
before you ask the question,
yeah,
sex is created by
God. I'm a Christian, so I tend to think so.
We are all Christians, like God.
But there's a Muslim here, and he might think otherwise. And Faye, you're Christian?
Yeah, I'm a
Christian. Okay. So my question, was sex created by God?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Or what are you?
Was sex created by God?
First of all, the right question you ought to have begun with was, what comes into your mind whenever you hear the word sex? What is sex? So what comes into my mind, I would rather say that is the gender. Yeah. You're talking about male and female.
Yeah.
Even that alone is sex.
Yeah. I was coming to that, but okay.
So that was the first question you ought to have begun with.
I was coming
so that
to
people get to know the distinction of what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. So now that you've asked it, what is sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. What comes to your mind when you hear sex?
Gender. The male and female.
We're not talking about gender here, my nigga. We're not talking about gender here. Viewers, right. We're not talking about gender here. That's so obvious. Tuko ile pande ingine.
What comes into my mind whenever I hear the word sex, if it's not the gender, then it's for procreation.
So naturally, you say sex is
Is for
meant for procreation.
Only procreation.
That is what you believe in, or
That is
what
what
you're
I know.
saying.
That is
that
what
is
I
not
know.
what you're saying for
To
the
me,
camera,
anytime you
or
have
that is
sex-
what like no. You know,
Limin.
that is what
Anytime-
he's saying
Why
for
are you
the
guys
camera.
like? You just want to pin me down.
No.
Like,
Procreating.
yeah.
No.
For real. That is
Anytime
what
you're
comes
having
into
sex,
my
you're
mind.
procreating.
Every time you're having
That
Maniga,
is
Maniga,
it's
you've had
okay.
sex. You've had sex.
Yeah.
Have you procreated? You've
And how
procreated
many
before?
children?
No, he doesn't have a child. He's been having sex, and we're not seeing any
No,
child,
no,
any
Nico,
children.
you
don't know
asked
that.
me,
And
why
he's
are you really
saying-
objecting my point yet? You asked me a very simple question. Like, what comes into my mind whenever I hear the word sex?
You
And I've
said
told you two things. Number one,
procreation.
it's for procreation.
Number
Number two is the gender.
So let's now let's delete the gender. Let's remain with number one, procreation. If sex is mental, you mainly you do sex to procreate.
I didn't say I do sex.
You
The
should be having-
question was what comes into my mind whenever I hear the word sex.
Procreation. I'm
Yes.
coming back to you, Manege. I'm coming back to
I'm
you,
always
Manege.
here, waiting.
Abigail, what comes to your mind when you hear the word sex?
Okay, personally, when
Yeah.
I hear the word sex,
Yeah.
what comes into my mind is pleasure and
Yeah.
excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of pleasure? What kind of pleasure and excitement? Because that kind of pleasures and excitement that I'd rather not talk about here.
Okay, my
Yeah.
pleasure comes with satisfaction. Like, yeah, I get pleasure and I
Yeah.
get satisfied.
That's nice. And you seem like someone who can get satisfied. All right, Maurice.
Yes.
Sex,
Fun.
Manege.
Only
Sex,
that.
fun.
Only that.
So you have sex. You just want to have fun, and now you have sex. Same. It's like your fun fact. Like something you do to have fun.
Yeah.
You do sex to have fun.
Thank you.
Maniga, you were having fun before even you came to my crib the other day. You said you were having fun with your boys there, so I can translate that you were having sex with your niggas there.
Having a good time. I think it's the same. We derive pleasure from different places.
Okay.
Like the pleasure. Let me say. When I'm with the boys,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's moments. We're creating memories.
Yeah.
But sex is fun and pleasure. Only that. Yeah. I ought to have said pleasure or fun. No, I'm not changing my point. It's fun.
It's fun.
For fun. Let me say
For
I'm
fun.
having sex for fun.
Okay, I think viewers, and you'll agree with me that Shiz's point is valid, and even my friend Faye, for his point is very valid.
How about you? What comes into your mind whenever you hear the word sex?
Let him
He
finish.
doesn't. He has
Let him
not answered
finish.
the
Let
same
him
question.
finish. Let him finish. Alikuwa
No.
anakuza Let him
First of all,
finish.
answer the question.
He's attacking me now.
You answer the same question is when you give us your compliment. Nah, what comes into your mind, bro? Begin by answering the first question.
Okay. Here's the thing. What comes in my mind when I hear the word sex is I'll say what Faye here said: pleasure, excitement, maraundi kadhaa. That is what comes to my mind. But I'd honestly say that sex was meant by it was meant for procreation by God. I'm not going to mislead any Christian here. If you're a Christian, you're a still Christian who goes to church every Sunday or Saturday, you should know that you should abstain from sex until you have someone you call your wife or your husband. But because we're living in a world where you want to have fun, you want pleasure sometime. I'm not advising you. All I'm saying is you can listen to Faye sometime for pleasure. You can listen to my nigga Shizzy here, which I'm doubting because Shizzy has had sex before and is telling us here how sex is for procreation. So and you can have sex for fun, but I'd prefer you have sex because you want to. Your point about having sex, why do you say it's only for procreation?
No, you really misunderstood me. The question was, what comes into your mind?
Okay, now assume the question now. Assume the question.
No, ask the right question now.
Okay, what
Ask me that question.
doesn't come to your mind when you hear the word sex? Procreation is the one that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
And what doesn't come to your mind?
What doesn't come into my mind is the let
Me,
me see.
me,
What
I think
doesn't?
to help him, if it were me, what doesn't come to my mind
Yeah.
when someone tells me about sex, I think it's procreation.
Oh,
Manik, you're my nigga. You're my nigga. You're my nigga. What doesn't? I'm telling you a fun fact here. I'm telling you some facts. Take it to the bank. What doesn't come to my mind when I hear about sex is procreation. Because for me,
Oh!
Yeah.
For me, I think.
all right,
that-
Faye. How about you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you support me or you support them?
I support them.
Specifically support who?
It was my point.
Liming.
Lime
Alright.
in Africa.
All right. All right. Let me explain this to
Okay.
to the the viewers or
Okay.
people watching the show.
Yeah.
The reason why I said what comes into my mind first thing whenever I hear the word sex is procreation, because sex itself it's a life bringing thing.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because you couldn't have been there if it were not sex. So I don't see the need of you guys really omitting the fact that we procreate every day. We bring new offspring
Maniga, I'm not
because
omitting.
we have sex.
I'm not omitting that
No,
fact.
all of you.
I was even talking to the Christians here, and I was saying that
my point is
Yeah.
you measure on the fun part,
I'm
but
not-
the main purpose of sex.
I want to go.
Living,
I want.
living.
I want
What are we
to-
talking
What is
about
the
religion?
main?
Relax,
No.
I want, relax.
Why
I
are
want
we
to give him.
talking
An,
about religion?
I want to give him an example. When we measure on your fact, let me tell you how this discussion will
Yeah.
go. When we start measuring on your fact, we'll say sex is for procreation. How do you procreate? You procreate by falling in love, sleeping together, and maybe you hitting some G spot where that G spot will will turn to a baby, and the baby will be born after 9 months, and after 9 months, no sex again. Full stop. End of
beg to
discussion.
disagree.
No,
But when we
procreation
discuss
continues,
living,
it doesn't
no.
stop.
yeah, but the same,
You can even
the
give
same
birth to
process.
20 kids.
Yeah, but the same process.
So long
right?
as you can raise them right.
the same process, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not like going to have
let me
sex
say
now,
something.
like
Live in
hitting
Africa.
hitting something that is not
Living.
the vagina.
Living. You're missing something.
Mm.
When you hit the G spot,
Yeah.
G spot is an illusion.
It
It is
Okay,
not
now,
scientifically
now, now,
proven.
now, my
that
champions.
there
Now,
is
now we're
something
talking.
you're getting
Now,
lost in
now we're
there.
talking about a G spot now.
It's not scientifically proven that there's something called G spot.
You know what? I love.
Let's
the
stick
phase
to the
here.
basics.
No, I love the phase here. Faye,
Let's
talk to us about G spot.
stick to the basics.
Because
You
Maniga is
have
complaining
sex,
and he's saying there's no
Biology
G
and
spot.
everything.
Mm.
Yeah. Google Sai.
I bet Faye has a G spot.
It is believed.
Faye.
We are not sure whether it's there. Cameraman, you have anything
Please,
about
please,
this spot?
please.
Is it there?
It is there.
Hey, is it there?
Okay, personally, I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Living. Oh, umesema mambo G spot. Is it there?
I'm not going to talk about it.
But
Yeah.
in any case, someone is
I'm not going
watching.
to talk about it.
You're not going to talk about. Why are you holding back, man?
Because I want him to explain his point first.
Okay, let me explain.
Okay.
People believe
Mhm.
that there's something called G spot. We don't know. No, everyone is talking about G spot. I've talked about it before. But do your research. It is not scientifically proven that there's something that G spot is there. No,
As in,
the doctors, everyone will tell you insert your hands, don't know where, sijui hapo juu, sijui nini. But yes, if you do all that, pleasure is being derived from there, but it not necessarily means that
Sisi wote tulipitia class.
do your research. No,
Sisi wote
as
tulipitia
you go for
form-
class
form-
6,
ilikuwa
are
ni
you go
form
class
three.
6?
Ilikuwa form
There
3 ama
is
form
nothing
2.
called G-spot in female reproductive
All I'm
system.
saying is, you see, there's how people are taught things and there's how they translate them. Unaweza fundishwa. Okay. Here's the thing, champions. I think there's a G spot. I strongly think there's a G spot because it's like someone atakwambia, when you touch for a man, for me, maybe for example, I'm not saying like this is something that happens to me. I'm just saying, for example, I can say that, you know what, when you touch my dreads, I get turned on automatically. There's always something that triggers someone for something. So there's the trigger, and then there's the ultimate trigger. That's what the G spot is now. The ultimate trigger that is inside. there's the trigger. You know, a lady can say, you know, when you touch me this way, I'm going to now get to the mood. But now the G-spot comes when you there's a point when you just hit. Now it's heaven. It's cloud 9 now. That is what we are talking about. There's
Can I read something here? This is ChatGPT.
Okay.
I've just asked a question.
Okay.
Is the G-spot real?
Mhm.
This is the answer. The existence of the G-spot is a topic of outgoing debate
Okay.
in the medical and scientific communities.
Okay.
While some people report heightened sexual pleasures and orgasm through stimulation of a specific area inside the vagina.
Yeah.
There isn't unanimous agreement among researchers about the
Yeah.
Thank you,
anatomical
don't convince-
existence of a distinct
Just
G-spot.
yeah, that means the people who are so learned, more than every one of us here, who are doctors, who are saying there is, and the people who are so learned, like, you know, that doctors too are saying there isn't. It's something for the discussion. So you can pick your side, I can pick my side, but at the end of the day, Faye here said
Believe
she's
what
not
you
sure.
believe.
That means Faye pia amesikia ma story.
She's not sure.
Yeah, but believe me, Faye.
But
Let me ask you people a
the
question.
point
Let me
was
ask you
one.
people
The
a
point
question,
is one.
please.
Let me, she's before we talk. The point is one. There isn't unanimous agreement among researchers about the anatomical existence of a distinct
Then you are a researcher, so believe what you want to believe. Let me ask the right questions here.
Okay.
We were talking about sex.
Okay.
So I want to ask the three of you to define sex. Define sex from Maurice, please.
From me.
Define the word sex.
My own definition.
Yes. Your own research. Your own research and definition.
I think sex is an act.
That's a contradiction.
No.
No, not dictionary. This is me. I'm trying to create something here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's an act.
The two of you should be composing yourself to answer the same question. Maniga, please continue. What is sex according to you?
Sex is an act. Hey.
It's an act. It's an act.
It's an act. Obviously, it's an act.
you become blank.
Maniki, you don't know.
All right.
Okay, we'll come
We're
back.
coming back.
Wait.
What is sex?
Ngwati ni nini?
Is it a practice? Mtatumia word a practice.
No. Just
So
compose you.
what is
Gather your words.
We gather.
Faith.
I sex.
Yeah.
Thank you. We are two now.
Okay, when I hear the word sex, like any
Hapo tulisha.
sini boy na dem.
Kuungana.
So kuungana alafu hiyo pleasure inakuja.
Yeah.
Hey.
By the way.
You are missing something here. It doesn't have to be boy na girl.
They
Boy na
kill me.
dem.
Okay,
Yeah.
Limit. Si lazima ikuwe boy na girl.
Yes.
Boy na dem. Si lazima.
Like,
Please compose yourself.
see, I think sex,
Mm-hmm.
it is the satisfaction of sexual desires.
Mm-hmm. Sex is the satisfaction of sexual desires. Wewe ni nani wewe?
Yeah. What is he saying?
Fanya hivi. Hii meaning tunatoa check na usigoogle hiyo meaning by the way.
I'm not.
Unapiga simu.
You are. Yeah, he's already a conditionary. Check. Uko kwa dictionary, bro. Let me say what
All
I
right.
feel, you know.
My point
Sex,
was, yeah. Please,
sex
yes.
is an act involving a male and a female where they combine together to produce where they combine together to produce an offspring. That
Thank
is
you.
what I think sex is.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is what I learned. Sex is.
Amenikopi. Nilianza na it is an act.
So my point was, whenever you
Yeah,
define the
from-
term
Now-
sex,
now ujue-
you deriving to my point.
Now ujue,
the
now
first
ujue-
point that I said.
now
No,
ujue-
listen.
Any dictionary, bro.
No, listen to me.
Uh-huh.
The first point that I said about sex
Yeah.
was something to do with reproduction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
whenever you
generally-
define this term,
Yeah, it's generally
you
for-
come back to my point, which all of you, the three of you, are objecting.
No, I was not objecting. I was saying that your point is
That
very
is why
right.
I
But then
told you
your
to
point is
define.
that your point is the most correct point. Your point is the most correct point.
Are you supporting
You know, like I'm
No.
150.
Supporting me. Say that again.
Okay. Now I'm not supporting you. I know. Hey, champion.
yeah.
I know
But
sex
I
is for
don't think
production.
if
I
you're
know.
talking about
But
sex-
come on, do
Yeah.
we have
I
sex
don't
for
think
production?
if you're talking
for
about
reproduction?
sex, it hatufai kumalizia na the word for reproduction or for procreation.
That is what it's meant for. But in our generation,
The question was, what is sex meant? That was not the question. What is sex meant for? It was, what is sex?
According to
Explain
you.
vizuri.
According to you.
But ungefikia hapo.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't mean the definition in the dictionary. I meant according to you, and you guys are right because everyone has a feeling. You know, everyone has a point of view. So according to you, wewe ngwati kwako ni fan. Maintain your fan yako.
For fun.
Ulisema, I'm going to keep this video and I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to this video to say that this nigga said that sex ni fun. Siku moja nikimwona hata mtoi, tutakuja tuulize shizi, bro, si umsali kupinga kwa video?
Kwani
This is
Faith-
live. Don't change your
Faith
mind.
amesema nini? What did Faith say?
Faye said pleasure and excitement.
And excitement.
Yeah, we do that
So
when
anytime
creating when creating babies you can have pleasure and
Pleasure.
excitement when creating babies too. But wewe ulisema ni fun buda.
hakuongelea mambo ya babies or reproduction. She talked about pleasure and
Nini?
excitement.
lakini-
So to mean years
lakini-
later you find her with a baby, ask her the same question.
Atasema-
Pleasure and excitement.
Atasema tulikuwa tuna pleasure and excitement
Because
kidogo tuko na mtoi.
Mtoto akaingia, yeah.
As I was having fun,
Yeah.
kidogo kidogo mtoto akaingia.
Okay. So guys, let me express some serious questions now. This is like very serious one. Question number 1. Importance of sexual education, because right now we are doing sexual education. We're trying to just to educate you. It's about what sex. We're making jokes about it. We're making fun about it because I'm telling you, champions, it's a topic that you should not cring off. You know, it's a topic that you should be listening to it. You should be like listening to these topics and just, you know, getting your skills able, because it's not something to not talk about. It's something that we can talk about over and over and over again. So, sexual education. What is the importance of what we are doing right now? I'd say the importance of what we're doing right now is we are making people, youths, adults, or anyone who is out there watching this video, we're making them know about sex and how people feel about sex and how people perceive sex. For me, I think that is enough education, because if you can talk about sex comfortably, then you can share with someone and someone can start talking about, because the people who don't talk about sexual things, they don't. Maybe they're shy or something. Yeah, but now that we talk about
And the people that their parents. Gen Z talk about it everywhere. On cameras everywhere.
yeah. So what is the importance of discussing about sex?
Okay.
Yeah.
First, let me talk about awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You may find some youths are like they fear talking about sex, yes, because they aren't aware what is sex.
Yeah.
And now that you talked about it,
Yeah.
they'd be aware,
Mhm.
and and maybe they know the bad effects of sex,
Yeah.
and maybe the good effects and the bad effects,
Mm-hmm.
but they know bad effects.
There's nobody
I'm
feels it.
just saying.
Okay.
So,
So, mhm.
so it creates awareness.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Second one.
Unaweza tafuta second one yako. It creates
It's
awareness.
generally we are creating awareness. Ushasema kila kitu.
Nimesema point yangu mimi. Unaona? Wewe pia tafuta tu yako. This was my point.
Okay, nishasema moja. You come back.
Alright. Yako ni gani? Na usirudie ya Faye ama yangu.
What was the question?
The question was, I'm repeating, the importance of sexual education. According to you, what is the importance of sexual education? Or what is important about teaching people about sex? The importance of the importance of teaching people about sex.
First of all, the importance of teaching people about sex. I think this is something that is here with us. It is something that is part of human life. Everything, the cycle of human life. So I feel like people should know about it, because in this generation,
People should know about it. If they know, then that is now
I was
derived to
the
the
one
important. Okay,
talking.
all right.
Yeah, because I feel sex is something that's very normal in our society today.
True, true.
And you get that even kids, someone is 9, someone is 10, someone is 11, they start doing this thing, involved in the act,
Yeah.
and some don't know what it is. So I feel if we have this thing, I think it should even be in our curriculum or syllabus as well.
True,
Yeah.
true.
So that you know the advantages. You know when I do this, when I do this, we know about the protection. I don't know what. If I have sex at this age, I'm at this period, I might get pregnant.
Yeah.
Or if I do this, or if I do this,
Yeah.
this one might happen.
Yeah.
So I think the sex education is very important because it helps us know I should be doing this, I should not do
What
this.
to do,
Yeah.
what not to do.
I think
We're coming to you, man. What is the
Huh?
importance of sex education?
Google.
Oh.
When mtu wa Google.
Yeah. What is the importance of
No. I was.
the importance of sex
Sorry.
education?
The importance, according to me, the importance of sex education in our community or
Yeah.
society or among the
Yeah.
youths or kids or whichever age you are at, I would say it causes the know-how of what you're yet to step into. Like if we teach people in our community, the kids, when they're growing up about sex, when they come to a certain age where they will wish or want or feel like trying this shit out or trying the sex out, they shall have known the repercussion, the consequences, and the right ways on how to handle sex.
True.
So it's a very big advantage to the entire community.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So back to I heard in this magazine that there are couples who have problems communicating their sexual desires to their partners or their spouses. What do you think is the best way to communicate your sexual desires or boundaries to your partner? That's the question to Faye. How will you communicate your sexual desire or boundaries to your partner? Maybe, for example, maybe you want this way. You want position 1. How will you say, and your partner is not giving you position 1, he's giving you maybe position 2 to 20. How will you say you want position 1? And how will you set your boundaries? Because someone can give you position 1 until now it's not position 1 no more. It's something extra. So how do you communicate your sexual desires and how do you set your boundaries? According to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I think maybe
Maybe. you can say.
okay. Getting some sexual education.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe trying it out together. After knowing something, we try it out together. Yeah.
So you prefer maybe if you how about if your partner doesn't want, like there are people who are so conform to their beliefs and practices that maybe they don't want to change because maybe you want something. You guys are having sex normally, but there's this thing that you want him to do that he's not doing.
Okay, personally, I believe someone who loves you will obviously make sure he satisfies you sexually or she satisfies you sexually. Like sex si kitu ya kunyima mtu ama yani venye unataka ndo unapewa. Yeah.
Last part.
Sex si kitu ya kunyima mtu, yani venye
Yeah.
unataka ndo unapewa.
It's true. It's true.
Umenyimwa.
Mi sijainyimwa.
Umenyimana.
Nishainyimana.
Then why did you say
Why?
si kitu ya
Yeah,
kunyima
Nimesema
mtu?
kwa mtu unapenda.
Oh.
Sex si kitu ya kunyima. Yeah, someone you love, you can't.
But you see, there's this time where maybe your partner is feeling it and you're not. You love this person, you cherish this person. It's not like that's not a question now, It's out of question. You cherish and love this person, but she wants it, and you don't. How do you deal with that? Kuna time unataka kuati mazena yeah dai. How do you deal
Okay.
with that?
At that point mi sijaifika so mi sijui.
Okay.
But in me, okay,
How about if ukiaifika point kama hiyo?
nikiaifika point kama hiyo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make him want.
You'll make him want.
Yeah.
How do you
Okay,
make?
so-
How do you make? You see, it
Okay.
how how do you make him want?
Okay, venye unaweza make her want.
Yeah, how do ladies make men want? Because maybe how do a
Okay.
woman makes her partner want to have sex?
Kuna tu vitu something like unajifanya.
Yeah, that thing. I want.
That
I want
thing.
To, I want
Like
you to describe me that.
unamseduce. Kuna venye unaweza mseduce, unaget.
Hey, nimekuwa seduced na dem fulani hapa hivi hadi. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's out of the question. That was by the way by the champions. I was not talking. She was. So unamseduce aje?
Unaweza mseduce. Unajua, okay, men like what they see.
True. Yeah.
Sa hiyo what anataka kuona ndio unamwonyesha. Yeah.
Maybe there's a time where you see there's these memes where you find a guy maybe umemzoeanga tu kumtumia random pics. Oh, he's oh boy, oh my nigga, you're having a good you're having a bad day. Ushatuma nude. There's a time hiyo nude yako unatuma kadhaa 10 na kwa blue tick. Hakuwa anataka hiyo. It's not like what he wanted. You know, yeah, yes, he's having a bad day. But he didn't want you to send those pictures. What do you do? Because yeah, men love what they see. But kuna time fulani you can see a good woman, your type, and your mind is not even there. You're not like a 1% into that. You're not interested because you need someone just to hold you and tell you, check it. Everything itakuwa sawa. Everything's going to be okay. But then badala tu ya mtu kuja kukwambia everything is going to be okay, you find someone anakuja anakuambia the opposite, mapicha tu. How will you deal with that? Because maybe you can say men want or like what they see. It's true, I like what I see, but there's a moment where you can even undress and do everything and mimi nitakuwa nakuangalia tu na click na ishia. How do you deal with that? The disappointment after you perceiving that I'd like what I see and me not liking. How do you deal with that?
I think that's a good example of someone who doesn't understand the partner.
Okay.
Yes. You should know if I send a picture, it won't intrigue him.
Imagine you've been sending pictures to this man and it changes his mood. He's now delighted. But for this one time, you send pictures and
That is why I'm saying not understanding your partner. You know, long time ago we used to have something called courtship. Nowadays it's not there. Come we stay to Nawana, it is what it is. But when they used to court someone like the courtship, you get like you spend a lot of time with them.
yeah.
Years, maybe 2,
But there's
3,
dating,
5,
no?
6. So you get to know this person inside out. You know, when you get to your point, it won't be the first time you're dealing with this. It won't be the first time. You stay with someone for a year or 2, it won't be the first time you're dealing with this. Because if it is pressure from work, itapata kama hizo ni vitu mlikuwa mshapitia. Unaona? So many think we don't have a good explanation for this, but I think understanding your person is the answer. Understanding your person.
You'll agree with me. You'll all agree with me, Shizi. You'll agree with me that there's a point where you've done something. You always win. You've done something over and over again. You always win. But there's this one time that you do the whole thing perfectly the way you do it always, but you lose.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
One thing for sure that I know with relationships or people who love themselves, there is this one thing that really affects most of the people who are newly in love. By the time you're new in love, you're like a week, a day, or a month old. The only thing that you want to think about as a man is how to impress the lady. But deep down, the exact one thing that you should be doing is to fight so hard as you can to understand your lady. This person that you want to get intimate with, try to understand them, how they love things done, and at what time do they love them done. Instead of putting much of your effort and concentration on how to please her, please try and understand your partner before you go deep.
Yeah, but that's a
That is my point. It will really help you, and that is what even me. You find that I've never dated for a short time with any person. Like every lady that I date, we end up breaking up or something, but we go for a long time.
Hey,
Like my shortest period, the shortest time I've been into a
Yeah,
relationship
you will explain why.
is
You will
1 year.
explain why.
Let me tell you, the shortest time I've been in a relationship is 1 year. That is my shortest time, and the longest time is years. Why?
4,
Because
Okay.
I take my time. The first 1 month or weeks with a lady, I want to understand this lady. Like, who are you? What do you love? How do you love things done? And that will make you go for a long time with that person.
Yeah, it's true.
Instead of putting much energy on how to impress her.
Disagree. Kidogo tu, you're right, that is you. But there was this friend of mine. He was telling me, Rogers, do you know why I love being with a lady for a long time, a year or two? Because getting a lady is not easy. So when I get this one, I don't want to lose them, because kwanza tena talking stages and everything, it's not that easy. I hate that.
Na sasa
So
wewe
I
you are
just
3
feel
months.
I
You are a 3-month nigga. You are a 3-month nigga. Longest 3 months. So what is wrong?
That's exhausting.
Then-
I feel like
It's exhausting. Like you should be
it
like
is.
finding
It is. I
3,
hate
2,
commitments.
3 months, and you
I
are.
hate commitments. If it's possible weeks, I hate commitments.
You don't
No.
like commitment.
I hate commitments.
Sorry, we are very sorry. You will
I
marry
don't
at
want you to
50.
call me.
You will marry at 50.
No,
Thank you so
no
much.
big deal. No big deal. It's me. It's me. That's you. I feel like you don't like. Let me say this commitment issue is just my problem. Yeah.
You just want to
here.
like
It's the vibes. Me, it's always the vibes for me. If we vibe well and good, if we don't, abuse.
But nowadays it's all about, it starts with the vibe, and then maybe you maintain the vibe, and the vibe comes to something else, and something else develops to something else, and
I
before
don't
you
want
know
that.
it, you are on
I want the vibe. After the vibe, let's go with the energy.
look after the energy. Bad
It-
energy,
it
stay
was-
far away.
It was beautiful knowing you.
But bye bye.
Thank you. No
So the
attachment.
vibe,
It's
energy,
the vibe.
energy inaweza kushuka
I
kidogo
walk-
hivi ifanye
I walked to a friend's place. I met this beautiful lady. I love the energy. The energy is right. We talk. If it works, it works. After that, the strength. If I feel like the energy matches with mine, well and good. After a week or
We all do
two,
that, yeah.
after a week or two, we'll both know this is not what we want. We don't want to stay bored in the house full time. I would love to go party and do something. I want something new. It is what it is. If I'm ready to settle, the time I'll be ready to settle, I'll be like, it's enough.
So now
Call it
that is
enough.
what I wanted you to say. Have you ever thought about the time you are ready to settle, and then you meet someone, and now she's not ready to settle? Now you're ready to settle because now you've wasted time, and you've had your whole fun and everything. We always like, now when I'm ready to
I've
settle.
not wasted time. I'm in my early 20s.
Okay, I'm
Not
saying the time. I'm just saying, I'm perceiving that the time that you are ready to, maybe at your 50s, you'll be ready to settle. At your 50s, you meet a very beautiful lady, and
At
you're
my 50s,
when do you think you'll be ready to settle?
God will come.
God will come through to you. So maybe you
For me.
are gonna party.
We were not talking about that.
Anytime God comes through for you, you'll.
Inshallah.
So maybe God comes through for you now, and now you're ready. All of a sudden, you're not the the vibe and energy, Rogers. You're ready to settle, Rogers. And now you're ready to settle right now. And this lady, Faye here, you fall in love with Faye, and now God has come through. You're ready to settle, but Faye still wants
Mine
to
is
have
always
fun
very
with life.
simple. Mine is always very simple. Time and chance. You
And-
change with the changes.
Oh,
Time and
and
chance.
how will you know that now this is God's? This is now God's
God
dominance.
works in mysterious ways.
God works in mysterious way. That is true. That is true. So it's mystery. Mystery is something that
never
happens.
know.
So you don't know. It's mystery.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
So maybe the mystery can work for you, but maybe it's not the same mystery for your spouse or the partner. It's disappointing that we waste people's time. You find a beautiful lady who wants to settle with you, and at that time you don't want to settle. And then ile siku you want now to settle with a beautiful lady, you meet someone who doesn't. Yeye ndio sasa ameanza maklabu, and
To
it's
explore.
yeah.
It's
she's,
okay.
she's
I believe everything happens for a reason. We move on regardless.
Oh, That is your mentality, you know.
That's mine.
And yeah, as long as it's working for you,
Motto.
and as long as it's working for you, it's nice. But I think what we should be focusing on, really,
You
really.
think?
Okay. I know that what we should really be focusing on sex is just the satisfaction.
Okay.
I think
But
once-
let me tell you, me I think sex is the least of my worries because the most, like the easiest commodity to get is sex.
Oh, you think so? Why do you think so?
The easiest commodity.
Because
You
maybe
don't
it's-
break a
it's-
sweat.
Maybe it's easy in your town. It's so hard in my town, man.
This is my town.
Yeah, this is my town too. So maybe it's easy for you here. Like it's so easy for you here.
Different people.
Different.
people.
Oh my goodness.
Dealing with the different ladies, dealing with yeah.
Yeah, with
So-
different people dealing with different ladies. It's so
Okay,
hard
I
for
have
me.
a
is what it is.
question
Okay.
to Rogers.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's easy. It's an easy commodity to get.
Not it's an easy commodity. The easiest commodity to get in this town. Sex. Not only this town, everywhere. Nairobi, Budapest. What was your question?
Like, okay, not a question, but
Mm.
just an advice.
Mm.
Usiseme sex iko hivyo. Yeah, haiko
Nimesema
hivyo.
iko aje.
Like hiyo, like it's easy to get. Usiseme hivyo. Like you can get sex which is sexy. You get.
Expound kidogo. Enlighten me. I'm listening.
Okay, you can get
Teach me.
sex which is sexing you.
Mm.
Like instead of getting sex, it
Yeah.
will sex you.
No, that's a new one. Sexing me.
Yeah.
How does sex sex me?
Sex can sex you.
You think sex fascinates me or
No,
I-
let her explain. Just give her time.
To
How?
chill, she's
Okay.
No, we want to see. I personally, let me talk for myself. I want to hear the sexing me part.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's a new one.
Yaani kuna venye hiyo sex inaweza kuramba.
Oh yeah.
How? In what way? Explain me, please.
Unajua.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If you meant kuramba, yeah, we've seen
Kuna
it.
venye
Explain.
Yeah, she means that maybe you can have so much sex until maybe you get HIV. So sex me kuramba, you know. People
So
are very-
you are trying to say I'm
maybe
having
you can have too much
sex.
until you
Meaning,
get UTIs and infections and whatever.
You
That is the
say
kuramba part.
sex ni
You know,
kama
it
kuramba.
fucks you up now.
I'm
like it's
saying
an easy
I was
commodity.
saying it is the easiest commodity to get.
What?
sikuwa nataka useme.
Bro,
No, we're not talking about
Oh.
we're not about like prostitutions or anything because
Nobody's
it's easy
talking
for-
about
yeah.
prostitution iko hapa.
No,
Zi.
we don't
Ah,
have.
yeah,
We don't have. In
yeah,
our town, we
everywhere.
don't have.
In our town we don't.
Yeah, but in your new town, you have.
You
My
have-
town ni hapa. My other
No,
town.
your new town. You know, your new city. Yeah, your new city. You have.
Okay, there's
You've been
nothing
out of
new.
your
There's-
town for
there-
2
there's
years.
not- prostitution was even in the Bible. So
Okay.
It's something that started a long time ago.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about? Prostitution is not in your town.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Do you
in
want
my
me to
town.
call for you someone right now?
Is it
Ah,
here? Iko.
Come
In,
on, my
in this
town.
town.
In my
Huh?
town.
Yeah.
Like the night
Okay.
nurses and everyone.
And
Even right now. We'll forget even.
Right
anytime.
now.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe it's okay. Maybe I've not associated myself with them, or maybe I've not like even thought about it.
In short, it is in your town.
It is in my town. Okay, Mr. Cameraman. If you say so, I'm going to find out, champions. I'm going to find out if it's in my town or not. We're going. Yeah. Me too. I'm really doubting. We're going to a very important topic here. Cultural and societal norms and how they affect sex. There are things here that we can't say because we know very well that my mom can watch this, my dad can watch this.
Yeah.
I was asking Shizzy about having to like confirm him saying I was like, yo, why are you holding back? So we can discuss something about this in our next episode. Viewers and my champions, the next episode can be about more of the sexual desires and more about intersex, more about what you think about sex, but most importantly, if you watch this video and maybe you want us to be enlighten you about something, or you'd love to be taught about something pertaining to sex,
We're talking about the community norms that you just read.
we'll talk about them on the next topic. I think there's a lot of things to say about sex, but the ones that we said about it right now, it's just enough. I told you from the start, we can't talk about everything about sex. It's a very, very broad and wide topic. But the best we can do is to hear your comments, and maybe I can try to reply them and to make more videos about sex and about the sexual practices. So thank you for watching the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and if you haven't shared and liked, please do, and if you haven't checked my niggas content, please do.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
Just check it out.
Yeah, check it out. And you know, if you'd like Faye's number, I can give it to you, but she's not available. But but if you want this nigga's number, I'm going to write it down in the description box. He's very available. So thank you, and let's meet on the next episode.